Tanauan City, the cradle of noble heroes. A thriving and progressive city endowed with vast natural resources, rich culture, and treasured history. A promising city that is rich in talent and character, people of industry, and of potentials. But the city also had its share of woes. For so many years, Tanauan City was confronted with a social dilemma brought about by progress. As more and more people trooped to the city seeking greener pastures, misfits, felons, and opportunists also abound. The city streets became unruly and were lorded over by criminal elements, a haven for drug peddlers, and was, at times, a killing zone. Almost all the news that leaked to the media about Tanauan were everything but pleasant. Perhaps this was the price the city has to pay for progress. The streets must be taken back, and law and order must be restored. But who is up to the task? Someone has to put up a brave front and take the lead in the fight to recover the lost ground. A person of character, integrity, passion to serve, decisive, and with profound love for the place he calls home. And more importantly, a man of vision. As the city's preordained prominence was derailed on its tracks, a man who, ironically, not a homegrown, took up the challenge. Armed with an unprecedented mandate from the people of Tanauan, Mayor Antonio "Thony" Halili never wasted a single moment and spearheaded the crusade to restore the long-lost pride and old glory of Tanauan City. From an ordinary employee to a very successful businessman, and to Tanauan City's top local chief executive, Mayor Thony C. Halili's exceptional rise into power initially drew contrasting enthusiasm from both his detractors and supporters, the former reeling from the sides with skepticism and disdain, while the latter, still at the state of euphoric mood, banked on their campaign slogan, Tanauan City's Hope, with much zeal and pride. But as it turned out, with barely 2 years into office, both were dumbfounded on what Mayor Halili's leadership was all about. Like a maestro in a symphonic orchestra, Mayor Halili immediately mobilized and masterfully rallied each and every organization in the city to support his governance platform. He set aside partisanship and reached out to everyone. Albeit budgetary constraints, he focused on the intangibles, such as improving the peace and order situation, addressing the worsening traffic problem, and bringing the City Hall closer to the people. Always punctual, sharp, methodical, and energetic, Mayor Halili never missed a single day in office. During the first 100 days of his mayorship, he presented his constituents with 100 projects carried out and accomplished, unmatched in the city's leadership history and perhaps even in the whole country. This remarkable feat earned him the admiration and recognition by one of the most respected religious congregations in the province of Batangas, the Tanauan Evangelical Alliance of Ministries. Some of the significant attributes that Mayor Halili brought into the city government leadership were professionalism, excellence, and practicality. He always exhorts his subordinates to put premium on public service and set good example. He espoused and promoted transparency in all of the city government's transactions and dealings. He opened the mayor's office to all his constituents and diligently attended to all their concerns. To eliminate bureaucratic red tape in the city government, Mayor Halili embarked on a massive computerization program. The process of securing business permits was simplified, effectively reducing waiting time from at least 1 week to a record 1 hour. Likewise, he extended the month-long business one-stop shop to an all-year-round program. And to promote the culture of excellence, Mayor Halili continued standardization program in the city government by increasing the number of frontline services certified with ISO 9001-2008 from 9 to 17. To date, additional 16 processes are set to be certified by September 2015. The city government was conferred with DILG Seal of Good Housekeeping, Silver Grade, in January 2014 for transparent and good financial practices. And for 2 consecutive years, both the Treasury Office and the Assessor's Office were awarded by the Department of Finance for exemplary performance. In its Fiscal Sustainability Report for 2014, the DOF also placed Tanauan City as the 4th best city in managing taxpayers' money in the country. In the latest ranking released by the National Competitiveness Council for the Cities and Municipalities Competitiveness Index for 2015, Tanauan City kicked to 38th place from 81st in 2014 among the country's 142 cities. Due primarily to its geographical location and its long and porous borders, keeping the city's perimeter safe and orderly has always been a great challenge to the local leadership, past or present. In order to strengthen its capability and provide another layer of security around the city, Mayor Halili commissioned the Mayor's Anti-Crime Group, or MAC Group, a composite team of highly trained operatives from the city's Civil Security Unit and the local Philippine National Police. This pioneering innovation is the city's counter-criminality unit, especially against the notorious motorcycle riding in tandem. Highly mobile and equipped with handheld radios and short firearms, each MAC Group team of 2 motorcycles and 4 security personnel serves as force multiplier to the local police units and are strategically deployed along the city's crime-prone areas. Moreover, recognizing the need to address the sophistication and audacity of criminal elements in their perpetrations, Mayor Halili tripled and upgraded the closed-circuit television or CCTV cameras installed within the city's strategic locations. His pioneering and innovating programs for the city's peace and order situation earned him the 2014 Best Local Chief Executive City Category Award, given by the PNP Regional Office 4A in August 2014. Living and motivated by his dictum, the achievements I have for today are not enough. Mayor Halili always comes to office with the mindset of exceeding his previous day's performance, never runs out of fresh and innovating ideas, and with a newfound and snowballing support from his kababayans, he embarked on a massive and determined trust in promoting the city as water sports and ecotourism destination, strictly enforcing the 20-meter easement rule and the banning of fish cages in all of the city's 6 barangays, collectively known as La Playa de Tanauan. He opened its pristine and tranquil shores to various water paddling competitions. No less than the country's highest sports governing body, the Philippine Sports Commission, took notice and declared this 6-kilometer stretch of shoreline as a national-level category racecourse well suited for water sports competitions. Focused and determined in his dream and vision of transforming and making this city known nationally and internationally as Tanauan City, the City of Colors, Mayor Halili initiated an extensive citywide beautification drive. New and colorful lampposts sprouted within the city proper, making it a warm and delightful sight, especially at nighttime. Likewise, widened road, covered walkways, and much improved pavements outline the stretch called the Avenue, a model investment community along 𝗗𝗲𝗹𝗀 Avenue extending westward from St. John the Evangelist Parish to the city's public market. And to boost Tanauan City stock as a tourist destination, Mayor Halili launched and introduced to the people the Parade of Lights, highlighting the 13th and 14th cityhood celebrations. The event best demonstrated the synergy and cooperation between the city government and the city's business sector, non-government organizations, private individuals, and other LGUs. The event, only of its kind festival in the country, drew mammoth crowd never been witnessed in the city's recent history. And the city's steadfast commitment in promoting Tanauan City's brand of tourism, ecotourism, took an upswing when organizers of several prestigious beauty contests held their pre-pageant events in the city's tourism sites. The cultural presentation of the first ever Miss Global Philippines Beauty Pageant was held on September 2014. It was followed by the 2-day Miss Earth 2014 talent competition on November 2014, featuring beauty queens from all over the world. And just recently, in April of this year, candidates of Miss Earth Philippines 2015 also visited Tanauan City for their talent competition. Upon the assumption of Mayor Halili, the first major infrastructure project he undertook was the construction of a comprehensive flood control system within the city proper. He also ordered for the repair and asphalt overlay of all city roads. For the improvement of each of the city's 48 barangays, Mayor Halili empowered the people by providing them materials and other inputs, and encouraged them to render voluntary service or labor in the construction of their concrete pathways. This approach saved for the city government millions of pesos. Little by little, Mayor Halili's aspiration that no Tanaueño shall walk on muddy road were being realized through the revival of Bayanihan spirit. The saying, those who have less in life should have more in the government, is the guiding principle of the Halili administration as far as social services is concerned. From a meager 2.2 million pesos in 2012, the senior citizens' annual budget was increased to 16 million in 2013, 18.5 million in 2014, and 20 million in 2015. And from 6,800 active members, the latest count of active senior citizens rose to more than 13,000. The city's senior citizens now enjoy a 500 peso birthday gift, 500 Christmas gift, increased medicine supply, and free movie pass. To empower the city's persons with disability, a PWD Affairs Office was established. As part of the city government's health program, almost 10,000 individuals were enrolled and covered by the National Health Insurance Program, or PhilHealth. Mayor Halili puts premium to the health and well-being of every Tanaueño. More health facilities was put up during his first 2 years of office. Additional 2 birthing homes were erected in Barangay Sambat and Barangay Pagaspas, raising the city's total to 3. Also, only last month, the Tanauan City Rotary Dialysis Center was inaugurated. The facility will house 4 dialysis machines and will provide free dialysis service to indigent Tanaueños having kidney problems. Another big ticket project of the Halili administration is the establishment of the city hospital. For now, the project is on hold, pending the transfer of the seat of government to the new City Hall building being constructed in Laurel Hill in Barangay Natatas. The City Hall building to be vacated will be converted into the city's hospital. One of the most outstanding accomplishments of Mayor Halili is the establishment of an all-free city college. Initially branded by his detractors as a mere campaign propaganda, Tanauan City College opened within a year after he took over the city's top seat, in time for the academic year opening of June 2014. It is the first and only tertiary educational institution in the country that offers night classes, utilizing the existing high school buildings. Also, within the first 2 years of Mayor Halili, 4 new national high schools were established in the city. Part of the city government's program for education is providing scholarship grants to qualified Tanaueños. To date, the city government has 700 academic scholars, 34 athletic scholars, and 55 scholarship and youth development program scholars. Addressing the classroom shortage, compounded by the implementation of the K-12 program and the meager budget coming from the national government, can be likened to an chronic illness plaguing the entire educational system of the country. But despite the odds, the Halili administration was able to complete 9 new school buildings, or an equivalent of 34 new classrooms, 1 2-story special education building, 7 school libraries with another 7 still ongoing, 4 school gymnasiums, and 4 speech laboratories. One of great potential that the city has is its athletes. With the City Sports Development Office at the helm of grassroots development of numerous sporting events, more and more Tanauan youth athletes gain prominence, not only nationally, but also internationally. The city prides itself on producing world-class athletes, such as dragon boat paddlers and baseball players, who are the traditional powerhouse team in the Asia-Pacific region. Likewise, the city regularly provides the national pool of highly competitive athletes in swimming and football. With the ongoing construction of Tanauan City Baseball Academy, which will not only house a baseball diamond, but also a football field and an Olympic-sized swimming pool, the city is poised to elevate its sporting program into a new height. Owing to its topographical setting, Tanauan City is less prone to natural calamities. With an elevation of about 149 meters above sea level, the city never experienced heavy floodings in the past. However, recent events, particularly the devastating 𝗗𝗲𝗹𝗀𝗶 infestation, claimed the city's vegetation, which is primarily made up of coconut trees. To replace the lost trees, the Sangguniang Panlungsod passed an ordinance requiring the parents to plant a tree for every newborn baby. This pioneering piece of local legislation was hailed by environmentalists as an act worth of emulating by other LGUs. Other local legislations being implemented are the Ordinance on the Regulated Use of Plastics and the banning of fish cages within the city's 6-kilometer coastline. Another notable achievement of the Halili administration is the closure of the 30-year-old transfer station in Barangay Sambat. This was made possible with the city government's establishment of a material recovery facility, MRF, in Sitio Dayapan, where a garbage granulator was installed and is being used to convert biodegradable waste into organic fertilizers through a process called vermicomposting. This organic fertilizer are then distributed free to the city's farmers. The city government also adheres to the regulations or laws imposed by the national governing bodies. In compliance to Republic Act No. 9003, the city government strictly implements the waste segregation at source. Likewise, it also implements the 20-meter easement rule being imposed by the Protected Areas Management Bureau of DENR, which prohibit the construction of any permanent structure within 20 meters of the lakeshore waters. Mayor Halili reinforced these regulations with the deputization of the Task Force Kalinisan and Bantay Kalikasan, 2 task forces mandated to monitor the people's adherence to the city's environmental regulations. As the national government stepped up in institutionalizing disaster preparedness and mitigation, the city government of Tanauan prides itself to create a market for the city's fresh produce. He partnered with the Walmart chain of supermarkets where a dedicated stall was provided for a very minimal rental. Now, this once obscure city of Batangas, perhaps known only as the birthing place of 𝗗𝗲𝗹𝗶𝗴 and the former President 𝗕𝗁𝗃𝗀, Tanauan City reaps the dividends brought about by Mayor Halili's visionary leadership. In so short period of time, the city received numerous citations and awards from different national government agencies for performing outstandingly in the various fronts of local governance. DILG's Seal of Good Housekeeping Awardee, silver grade. DOF awardee for the highest revenue collection efficiency on revenue collection target from real property tax among all cities of caliber zone. DOF awardee for surpassing the 2013 targeted increase in total taxable assessed valuation among all provinces and cities of caliber zone. Prime HRM Level 2, accredited by the Civil Service Commission, ISO 9001-2008, certified on 9 public administration processes. Mabini Batangan awardee for the City of the Year. Police Regional Office 4A, Calabar Zone, Best Local Chief Executive, City category for 2014, Mayor Antonio C. Halili. ISO 9001-2008, certified on 8 public administration processes. Grand winner, first Philippine Benchmarking Competition. First runner-up, third Global Benchmarking Competition. Abu Dhabi, UAE, cited by the Department of Finance in its Fiscal Sustainability Report as the 4th best city in managing taxpayers' money. DOF awardee for surpassing the revenue collection target for the year. DOF awardee for surpassing the 2014 targeted increase in total taxable assessed valuation among all provinces and cities of Calabar Zone. Ranked 38 in the National Competitiveness Council 2015 Cities and Municipalities Competitiveness Index among the country's 142 cities. Barely 2 years into office, much is still to offer. The people of Tanauan is in for more surprises as Mayor Thony C, Halili, living up to his election campaign promises, have lined up more worthwhile programs and projects in the near future. Ongoing projects are 150 million peso AAA slaughterhouse and trading post in Barangay Sambat, 400 million Tanauan City public market redevelopment under public-private partnership scheme, the first LGU-initiated PPP project approved by NEDA, 450 million new City Hall building in Barangay 𝗗𝗲𝗃𝗃 in a 60 million lot donated by Torres, Aquino, Referral families. 50 million road widening in Barangay 𝗗𝗃𝗃 leading to the La Playa de Tanauan. With Mayor Halili's calculated but determined push of propelling it to become a dynamic city, a center of education, culture, history, and sports, Tanauan City, the city of colors, with the strong backing of the city's various non-government organizations, the business sector, and its citizenry, primes itself to be at the lead with the country's better-known city.